This is a free download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/podcasts.
Right, you're on. Hang on, does that work? If I do that, can you hear?
2, 1, 2. That works on this one.
Okay, can you hear the headphones though?
I can hear.
Okay.
Obviously, you haven't got control of my knob though on this one.
Oh, jeez. Danny's on.
My headphones don't work.
Make a better door than a window. Is that my mum?
Well, now you've moved, Catherine. People can't see you. I don't. Who gives us stuff? We're not doing this for you. Stop playing to those idiots.
What happens if I get me willy out?
Well, for goodness sakes. Well, if you get your willy out on a podcast, Justin, then nobody would know except for us.
No, but they can see.
Oh, for those of you... Well, this is confusing. So, good day, madam. Welcome to the podcast. Iain Lee here. Whilst we're doing the podcast, we're also online on Periscope. People can see us there. So that's nice. So don't get your willy out.
Can they watch this after? Can they?
Sorry?
If they're listening to the podcast,
yes. You could go back and watch this. Oh. If you were... I think so.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
by the way, on Thursday's show, we were asking, have you ever been in a celebrity? No. Have you ever been in water or near water or underwater and met a celebrity? Paul Scoynes, the political correspondent for this station, emailed in, I was on a log flume with Mike Gatting. So... Classic bands from Scotland. Wow. Okay, what we should do is, because Kelly Betts isn't here, we should all go around and introduce ourselves, just so that Danny Warbucks knows who we are. He was very disrespectful about you.
Was he?
While you're out of the studio.
Whoa.
What were you saying, Brian?
I never said anything.
Really?
He's just starting beef.
No, he's not lying. I know when he's lying.
I'm going to do to you what I would do to my boys, okay? Yeah. I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell the truth before I tell the truth. Would you like to tell Justin how you dissed him?
I didn't diss you, Justin.
Okay, so he came in clutching a big, massive sheath of paper. Sheath or sheath?
Oh, right, this.
Sheath.
And he said, I asked Justin to print off 4.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Oh yeah?
It looks like he's printed off 40. What an idiot. And I said,
right, I didn't say what an idiot.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just stated
fact. Massive plum.
And I said, hang on a minute. That is, that's my buddy. Put that to one side.
He didn't.
That is a senior member of staff, boy. Don't you dare diss a senior member of staff like that. Dealey, how would you like to deal with this?
I would deal with that in my own way. I haven't been to the toilet in a couple of days.
Oh no!
No, seriously. I know that plastic bags cost 5p.
Keep your shoes on.
But I think 5p is worth it for what's going to happen to you when you wake up tomorrow morning with a bag of poo next to your head.
Oh, they're spreading lies. I never said half of that.
Yes,
but you did say half of it.
But I did say the other half of it. So.
Okay, well, I'm glad that we've just okay, so my name is Iain Lee. I am the presenter, the driving thought force, the main thrust, the talent, the comedy side of the show. Basically, I'm the show personified. I'm the glue that holds everything together. It's basically all about me.
You're the brand, yeah?
I'm the brand. Yeah, Thank you very much indeed. Catherine.
My name's Catherine Boyle. I'm really sorry.
Justin.
I'm Justin Dealey, a.k.a. the J-Dog. I'm the reporter on the Iain Lee Breakfast Show, and I'm also the presenter of Saturday Breakfast, which starts this weekend.
Oh, wowzers. He's
nice.
snuck that in. I like it.
Good.
Professional, you see.
Good plug.
That's why you shouldn't be disrespectful to someone like that.
I wasn't.
Who are you? Come on, who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you, mate?
Who are you?
My name's Danny Fulbrook.
Danny Warbucks.
I am General Dog's Body and Kelly.
Okay.
Okay, well, I wish you'd said that the first time we met. He's been here all week, and I have no idea who he was. And you were hanging around. I thought he was just sitting on Kelly. And so soz accepted.
Good.
Now, welcome to the podcast, guys. You know who we are. Who are you? Well, it's nice to meet you. If you've accidentally downloaded this, don't go, because I swear to God, there are some great clips in the show this week. This week we have some of this. I was punching a toilet to try and extract faeces. And this. You know, I've got loose bowels at the moment, but none of this.
Harry Crapper.
Hey, have you put menus back in? Kelly always refused to do menus. She said they were too hard to do.
Well, I've got it already.
Wowzers! This guy's got spunk.
Fair play to you, mate.
That is respect. You know what?
Yeah.
You're getting a sponty. You're getting a sponty.
Woo!
Nice little spontaneous.
Everybody spontaneous. That reminds me of school.
I just remembered that these studios are not soundproof, and we probably just leaked onto the JVS show with the Danny chant.
We just leaked onto JVS.
Now, again, another senior member of staff being disrespected by a boy.
In the worst possible way.
Before we get into that, old people are lonely, and I want to help them, so I decided to flog them off, one at a time, starting with Dennis from Dunsterbubble.
Good morning.
We're giving you away this morning.
Why?
Well, we want to. We want to help you. You're lonely.
This is an American thing, is it?
You're lonely?
No, I'm not lonely.
Well, you
it's
phone
an
us every
American
day.
business, and quite frankly, if you tell them anything with a straight face, they believe you.
Okay. But why are you so lonely?
I'm not so lonely. I'm only lonely because my missus has gone downstairs to make the tea.
I thought for a second that was a euphemism for having.
No, it's not lonely.
Okay.
It's as I say,
it's very brave of you. It's very brave of you to say that, Dennis. But there is no shame, and so we're opening the phone lines now. And if someone wants to help a lonely old man by owning him, and they would actually, you'd be like chattel. They would own you.
Cost a fortune to own me.
Well, they're not going to pay for you. 03459 455 555 is the telephone number. I tell you, we're going to give some people some thinking time. Stay there. Here's some thinking time, so people can be sure that you're the one that they want. Here we go. Oh, in fact, Dennis, you got 20 seconds. Sell yourself to the youth of today. Away you go.
Well, I'm 90 years old, full of aches and pains. I've got my own teeth, so I could come to a decent meal. What else can I say? My feet ache like hell. It takes me all my time to put them to the floor. Don't come round on a Sunday because I spend the whole day in the bath soaking.
Well, I think you did marvellously there. The lines have lit up, but that may be because we're having technical issues in the studio. The new phone box system doesn't work very well. We've got a caller. Let's go to Peter. Good morning, Peter. You'd like to stop Dennis from being lonely?
No.
Oh, no, hang on a minute.
I want to stop
he's an old fuddy-duddy as well.
media mafia depressing the elderly.
What?
The media mafia.
Hang on a second. Well, Peter, you're next up on our old man auction.
Yeah, well, I've got a poem for you, if you like.
I don't like poems on the radio.
No, if you like.
No.
For politicians.
No, I don't want... Listen, no, this is... No. Do you want to bring Dennis off of the lonely man list or not?
You should never be. He should never be lonely.
Well, he shouldn't be. And are you saying that you want?
No, I'm not lonely. Never been lonely in my life.
Peter, that's very, very brave of you to say so. Very brave.
If anything,
you fought in the war to not be lonely.
By the continuous attacks in the media, where 30,000 elderly died of cold-related illnesses last year.
That is outrageous that it happens in this country in the 21st century.
Absolutely.
But you two guys fought in the trenches for the right to not be lonely.
I lived through the war. My brothers and sisters worked for the country during the war.
Okay.
And in different related.
We're going to do the same. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. 03459 455 555. This hasn't taken off as well as I thought. I'm beginning to understand why people leave old people alone. Peter, I'm going to play the music. You've got 30 seconds to sell yourself to the younger generation. Away you go, Pete.
Right, to politicians. In Parliament, it has been found that Lotharios do abound. It has been said and spread around. They are only seeking middle ground.
Got another 15 seconds to go, Peter, to really try and sell yourself to the youngsters.
Is that all? Well, in fact, you just got to look after yourself and feed well.
Okay. Well, there you go. You've heard two very... Hello? Peter's put the phone down. Okay. Maybe he's had a fall. You've heard two very brave but very, very lonely old men... Don't cry, Den. Come on. Would you like to take them off our hands, please? 03459 455 555. Dennis in Dunstable, Peter in Walmer Green. But Dennis, we'll let you know if we get... I'm guessing maybe the lines are down because there's literally no calls whatsoever. So we'll get back to you as soon as we've got someone that wants you.
Okay.
Try and hang in there, buddy, yeah?
Oh, yes.
Don't be too lonely.
I'll drown myself, but I'll just have a wash instead.
Put a sausage round yourself. I think that's what he said. Did he say put a sausage?
Hello, Ross.
I think he said that. 03459 455 555 is the phone number. Dennis and Peter are both up for grabs. Good morning, Russell.
Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, you want an old person, do you?
Well, I was calling actually in now to withdraw my bid.
Sorry?
Having listened to your last sort of two old people, I don't want one.
Well, no. An old person is for the rest of their short lives, not just for Christmas. You said on Twitter you wanted a Peter in Walmer Green.
Yeah, but then did you hear that poem? I mean,
yes.
That's why it's so lonely.
Get Peter on the line. Get Peter on the line for us. It's
the
thing is, you can't. It's like, listen, I got a dog, right? It's kind of a similar thing. I got a dog, right? I don't like the dog. Me and the dog, we had a great walk yesterday in the drizzle, though. I think that's why I'm losing my voice. But I don't really like the dog. She don't like me. I don't like her. I certainly don't like her logs. But I'm stuck now. I'm going to have that dog until I'm, get this, 57.
Well,
I'm going to have that
mate.
dog until I'm 57. I can't. And it's the same with you. I mean, fair play, Peter. Peter.
Yes, good morning.
How much longer do you reckon you got left? It can't be that much longer. What do you reckon?
About 2 weeks.
It's only 2. Russell
Well,
would,
that's a holiday time, isn't it?
Russell would like to take you on and
Well,
help with your loneliness.
he
Why don't you
would-
have a chat with him? Go on.
He would learn an absolute lot about life, I tell you that.
You're not going to read me poems like that, though, like constantly, are you?
Oh, no. I only use that on politicians.
Oh, right, okay. Was that just a special one-off then?
Absolutely.
All right, don't bother again.
I'll teach you. I'll even teach you how to play bowls well.
Oh, that sounds like a nice idea in like 30 years' time.
Well, I tell you, no. Most people who take up bowls in their older years got a great wish that they'd taken it up much earlier.
I'm sure they do, yeah, but people have got to like do things like have jobs.
And you've got to remember that with bowls, it's such a social game too. I mean, in Hitchin, for instance, there's a bowling club there with 1,300 members.
Have you got many friends at bowls?
Absolutely. All
They
over
don't
the place.
Sort of say bad things
From
when
here
you
to
arrive.
Glasgow.
I can see, Peter, why you're so lonely. It really... Hang on a second. Helen?
Yes.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I mean, are you phoning up because you want an old person?
Well, I don't know why Dennis wasn't snapped up earlier.
Really? You wanted Dennis?
He's so entertaining.
Well, I wish he'd make his phone calls entertaining. Maybe you've seen him privately, because the 10 minutes we get every day are not entertaining.
Recommend Dennis.
Sorry, Peter?
I will strongly recommend Dennis to the lady.
I love Peter too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Dennis is a marvellous character anyway, so for anyone to entertain the public like he does...
When
then,
does he entertain the public? When has he
Of course
ever
he
entertained the public?
Yeah, of course he does.
Dennis?
Yes?
When have you ever entertained the public?
Oh, years and years ago. Years ago.
Helen wants to take you on.
Does she?
Yes.
Well, I'm not a dirty old man, so that's all right.
Yeah,
He's a dirty old man.
I'm not a dirty old woman either, but I think
She
you're
is.
I'll
very
tell you what, we'll learn
entertaining.
together then, shall we? How to be dirty.
And they text me,
Absolutely.
and when they
woke
ring
up
me, they
this
text me
morning-
out quite often.
Yes. Go on, Helen.
I was going to say, when I woke up this morning, I didn't think I'd have the pleasure of speaking to Dennis.
Well, you've got the pleasure of Dennis anytime you want now, Helen, because he is yours. You've won Dennis in Dunstable, Helen.
What a prize.
Hey.
We'll swap details and front door keys, and Russ, you've won Peter in Walmer Green.
Yeah, but I might sort of re-raffle him, you know.
God,
Well, that's happened before.
well, I mean, thank you guys. If you want, well, that's it. We got rid of a Dennis in Dunstable. We got rid of a Peter in Walmer Green. That does mean they don't have to call us anymore.
Can we get rid of Matt and Dave Luton next?
Oh, please, can we? Yes, let's get rid of Matt. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, Mama, where did we go wrong?
Calling me Mama.
Tell me, Mama, can we work it out again? Yeah. Tell me, Mama, did we ever go wrong? Used to bring you flowers each and every day.
That doesn't scan. I thought he was going to sing something about a bong.
I've got to be careful because they might be a little bit sweary.
Yeah.
Tony. Every time you call in, I'm going to play a track from the excellent Tony album. What would you like to say this morning, sir?
Good morning, Iain.
Good morning, Tony.
You're selling off the old people.
No, we're giving them away, mate.
Give them away. I will take them because one of them in particular has haunted me throughout my life.
Haunted you? Well, they will. There's a good chance. You mean they're not actually alive? They've been dead for a long time?
Well, it feels like that, Iain.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Grumpy Matt.
Oh, dear.
You want him?
Well, 50 years ago, I was living in Bury Park in Luton, and my mum used to send me down to the butcher's.
Yeah.
I'd say, go to that nice young Irishman. He'll always give some nice meat, yeah?
Oh, I see.
That's not euphemism.
Okay, good, yeah.
And then 35 years ago, I got a job at the Cash and Carry.
Yeah.
And Matt was a resident butcher there.
Oh, no.
2 years ago, I discovered Iain Lee on the radio.
Good morning.
He's there again every time. I can't get away from the man. But he never used to be grumpy, Iain. That's the point.
So, are you saying that I've made him grumpy, or his age?
I think his age. I think his senility settling in, and he was a nice chirpy man 35 years ago.
I do not believe that for 1 second.
It's hard to believe. But
well, hang on a minute. If he's haunting you, what are you going to do with him? When you get him, what are you going to do with him when you get him? Are you going to keep him alive, or what's going to happen?
Well, keep him alive. I might go up to Leicester Arms the odd time with him, to try and pacify him. But I think if I've got control of him, perhaps I can gag him in the morning to keep him away from the radio.
Can we call Matt? Do we have the ability, the facility, the technology? That's the word. Do we have?
He'll know me. Iain.
I tell you what, while we're doing that, let's have a ballad from. Listen to this. Yeah, this sat very uncomfortably in my music collection. Still does, but.
Play to Kenny Rogers.
You stick to Kenny. Hang on, here we go. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Can I take you to
a special place?
Wow.
I call home, sweet home. And I know you love me. That's my
That's kind of like Boys to Men, isn't it?
It's kind of like rubbish.
Thank you, Catherine. Exactly.
What? You're saying it's kind of like rubbish?
Yes.
Tony is kind of like rubbish.
Cack.
Right, okay, let's try one more song. Let's see if you like this one. Hang on 1 second. Here we go. This is Tony. You ready? Here we go.
Oh.
Elvis Presley was a rock star. He was the greatest. He can sing his ass.
There we go. That's the third Tony. That's Tony. He doesn't get to sing too often, but that's got power and spark, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking of power and sparks, let's lose all of ours now because Matt's on the line. Good morning, Matt.
How dare you speak to me without phoning me?
Good morning, Matt.
Criticizing me. I know, Tony.
I might be fair. You never were grumpy, Matt, were you, years ago?
Hello, Tony.
Hello, Matt. Long time no speak.
Good heavens, Tony. How are you?
I'm all right. But how come you got so grumpy lately, mate? You were never grumpy.
No, I haven't got grumpy. It's people like Iain Lee that's made me grumpy, Tony. I've never been grumpy. You know that.
I can understand Iain, but how can you let people how can Kelly and Catherine make you grumpy? They're lovely.
Kelly is the greatest thing since sliced butter.
Even Justin's okay, you know?
Do I believe in what?
Even Justin is okay.
Justin is brilliant. It's the other guy that just upsets the whole cart. You know that.
Are you going to the show next week in Luton, Matt?
Yes.
Will you buy me a pint in the bar beforehand?
Good show, and at least Iain Lee wouldn't buy you a pint. I can guarantee you. He promised me he'd come to Leicester Arms, but he won't do it.
I was there for my birthday last year. I didn't see you, though.
No, I'm always there.
You know?
Yeah, how are you, Tony? All right?
Yeah, not too bad at all, really, mate. Yeah,
great to hear from you. I must get together and we must have a drink.
Well, we'll have a drink at the library theatre, but...
Yes, we will.
He's so grumpy in the morning.
Well, I'm not grumpy in the morning. He makes out I'm grumpy. I've never been grumpy. You've known me for 20-odd years.
50 years? What are you talking about, 20 years, 50 years?
Well, yeah, but I was young then.
So was I, Matt. So was Kenny Rogers. We've got Kenny Rogers.
We love Kenny Rogers.
Now, can I just say, these are written by Danny.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read what he says.
Okay,
all right?
no problem.
Okay.
Again, this guy's got beef.
Okay.
Justin Dealey reads books. I know. Shocking. Actually, Danny, not shocking. Because if you know my good buddy and senior presenter and reporter at BBC Three Counties Radio, Justin Dealey, he's always carrying a book around. Kath, what book is it?
It's the one book. He only reads one book.
Okay.
He reads the Guinness Book of Hit Records.
Guinness Book of World Hit Records, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you read it all the time?
Yeah, he takes it on holiday.
Yeah.
How many times have you read it?
Mate, pipe down.
How many times... No, let's turn that question back. How many times have you read it?
Yeah.
I've never read.
Exactly. So don't diss the J-Dog.
Okay.
I made a living out of that book. I get paid for that book. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 What?
Yeah.
Really?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
In this clip, he reveals he doesn't quite understand libraries. That is true. You didn't understand. It was like subletting. Anyway,
They're a waste of time.
Plus, there's a bonus clip of Retro Dealey at the end.
Oh, that's great.
Justin.
Boss?
Good morning, boss. How are you today?
All right, boss. Yourself?
Voice going a bit. I'm going to, straight after the show, in the car, driving to a local sports centre, steam. Driving home, hot lemon, honey, and ginger.
Ooh, lovely.
Bed. I'm reading. I finished. I should finish off Ray Davis today. Going to knock Ray Davis off, and then I'm going to get stuck into Paul Gambaccini.
Yeah, this Paul Gambaccini book, a lot of people are talking about this. Once you finish with that book, would you mind passing it on to me?
Mate, legally I'm not allowed to do that. It's a library book. It's against the British laws for anybody to lend. It's like me subletting my home. If I get a flat from the council and then I say, yeah, you can rent it off me. Well, it's illegal, mate, and I'm conning people out of a decent property. Same with library books. If I lend it to you, I'm ripping off. I could face 10 years imprisonment.
What? What about this scenario then? Because most libraries are being closed down, correct? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yes, correct.
Yeah, a lot are because a lot of people are not using them. So what happens then if you've still got Gambo's book, and they say next week, unfortunately, we need to shut down the library, but you've still got the book at home. Then what, player? Then what?
Well, okay. Let's go along this completely insane fantasy. The chances of that happening are pretty slim. How are you going to make it happen?
Well, but by going to the library and saying, I don't think enough people are coming through your doors, I think we need to spend the money more wisely.
Wow.
Here's an alternative, Justin, that's just a little bit less, maybe less ingenious.
Yeah.
Why don't you join the library?
Or maybe just buy the book.
Well, it's cheaper.
It's certainly cheaper than pretending to be from the government and trying to go and close down a library. And I would say a little less cruel as well.
Yeah, very harsh.
A little less cruel. But I'm looking forward to it. I did nearly buy it the other day.
But it's not one you're going to want to read again.
I mean, look at this. You open this, the 18th of January 2014. I have a good talk with Lisa Tarbuck. I keep her abreast of all the developments in my case. After all, she's uniquely placed in being both contiguous. Wow, straight in it is a word I don't know. With me on Radio 2 and the daughter of another suspect. I tell her the two recent revelations, that Christopher's email has been monitored and that someone who dated Keith a few times more than a decade ago has called. It's just, I mean, it's going to be like reading a true life detective series where the good guy wins. Looking forward to that. Although, has Gambo been cleared of... He's been cleared of that. Has he been cleared of murdering famous singers, though, just so that he can go on shows and do their obituaries? Has that case been investigated?
I think that's still ongoing.
OK, that case is still ongoing. OK, well, in that case, we can't... If it's still we can't discuss that then. I love Gambo. I think he's brilliant. I'm looking forward to that. Right. You must have been in trouble at school all the time, Justin.
Yes, I was, but I knew how to get around the system. Obviously, back in the 60s and the 70s when people were being caned day in, day out, those were bad times. But when it came to me being at school, I knew that they couldn't do those sort of things, so I somehow managed to get around the system, caused quite a lot of trouble, and managed to get away with it.
What? You didn't get into trouble at all?
Well, I was suspended. I
got away with it, Joss.
No, I got away with things for a long time, and then I did bunk off an exam, a very important exam, to go and watch a football game. I was caught out, and I was suspended. So,
Dealey, you mentioned getting caned at school. Would you indulge me?
I didn't get caned at school.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, a lot of people did get caned at school. Thankfully, when I was at school, the cane had been banned.
Would you indulge me in a clip I have of you?
Yeah.
This comes from a place of love. This is a clip of you. I don't know when this is from. This was shortlisted to be in my show. It's not in the show, but...
Good. Derek is in Watford. He's talking about the cane. Hi, Derek.
Yeah, get me, man.
So what do you think, Derek?
Yeah, listen, right. I always get caned when I was at school, you get me? Smoking reef out in the lunch break, you know?
But did it make any difference? Did it make you have a bit of discipline about yourself?
Nah, man, it made me put a fuzzy in the head, you get me? Always getting caned.
Yes or no? Bring the cane back, Derek.
Well, I said always get caned, innit?
But should we bring it back now? What do you think about that?
Well, it's already here, isn't it, you know?
Well, it's not already here in school. Should we bring it back? What do you think?
Yeah, all the kids are smoking reefer.
To be honest with you, Justin, I think Derek might be talking about a different sort of caned with regards to not school punishment.
I don't think so. Adrian's in loose and Adrian goes...
I just got that. I knew
Look, I tried to help you out there. But this was the same guy, and, to be fair, this was the same guy who phoned you, Catherine, on your gardening phone-in programme, talking about his plant, which turned out to be a cannabis plant.
Yeah, I spotted it, though.
He was a legend.
Oh, I love that clip. Thank you for that, Justin. Catherine, I'm feeling generous. I'm going to let you do these next two lines.
Thanks, Ian.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that.
Very welcome.
What do you want to hear in the morning? Not you. You. It's probably not this.
Okay, I regret giving you those lines,
Oh, come on.
but everybody,
That was good.
Everybody needs a break.
Oh, I certainly need a break.
So this weekend, the downstairs toilet, luxury, 2 dumpers. It was blocked. Okay, it's been blocked all weekend, and I was kind of had a list of things to do. One of the things to do was to unblock this toilet. So I had to right up to the top. The water was right up to the top, and you'll get this, Shags. Yeah. There were stools floating around. Oh. I mean, it was full on.
Train spotting.
I did it with a toilet brush, but all that did was ruin a toilet brush. That went in the bin. Couldn't use marigolds because marigolds only just go past your wrist. They would have filled up. Ugh. It would have filled up. So I had to just go. Yeah. Sleeve rolled up to the shoulder, arm down there, and I was making a fist. You make a fist, you make sure it fills the gap, and you let's use the word punch. I was punching a toilet to try and extract faeces. Good morning, I hope you're enjoying your breakfast. Haters gonna hate. And it took 15 minutes.
Good grief.
And I could smell it, was breathing it. It was disgusting. 15 minutes, but ladies and gentlemen, I did it.
James Herriot, right there.
I remember the scene. That was a cow, though, not a toilet. Justin, we're asking this morning, what have you put your hands in that you'd rather not? You've taken this to the streets.
I have. So some very interesting perspectives. Again, universal, this one. You can put your hands in things which are wrong right the way across the world. Here's what happened on the streets.
Hot water.
Say again?
Hot water.
Hot water?
Yeah, hot. I didn't know it's hot.
How hot? Smoking hot or steaming hot? Or?
Oh, steaming, everything. All of the hottest.
And where were you at the time?
Home.
Where's home?
Where I live.
Let's get the Polish perspective. Okay. Sir, what's the worst thing you've ever put your hand in by mistake? It's a great Polish laugh.
A bin.
What happened?
Well, I just lifted it and then it was there. Something sticky.
Okay, I think we'll leave it there. It's a great Polish perspective. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Justin, I've got one. Listen, welcome back.
Thank you.
One question off the back of that.
Yeah.
Where's home?
Where's home?
Yes, that was the question to that gentleman. The ex-answer, where I live.
Yes.
Where's home? Where I live.
Listen, he didn't want to go into any further details. I mean, I'm not saying anything more for legal reasons.
Here's something I could have told you guys, because nobody does this anymore. Brits are giving DIY the snub. No one knows how to do DIY anymore. Do you know how to do DIY?
Well, define DIY.
Do it yourself.
No, but I could put a picture
That's
up.
what the letters stand for. Do it yourself.
I've painted skirting boards. I painted a shed. Yeah, I can.
Well,
do it
okay.
myself.
I can put a picture up, but behind that picture will be much cracked plaster where I have muffed it up.
Right, well, I'll do it in future if you want.
You live miles away from me, and I'm not telling you the address. Okay, could you hang some shelves?
Yeah, probably.
Well, would you? That's DIY. It's do it yourself.
I haven't had to do it for a while.
Generational gap here. Danny Warbucks, son, of course, of the multi-millionaire adoptive parent. I don't know if you're bloodline or if you are adopted. None of my business.
Nope.
But as you don't get the reference, we'll move on.
Annie.
Could you drill hard if you needed to?
I put some garden chairs together once.
What do you mean put some garden chairs together? Flat packed?
Yeah.
Flat pack's not DIY. Flat pack's
But
flat
I did it
packs.
myself.
Yeah, well, no, but okay, well, I made myself a cup of tea. That's not DIY. I put... hey! Oh, flipping it. You know I've got loose bowels at the moment.
Yes, now does everyone else.
I know.
Well, okay.
Enjoy your breakfast.
I'm really not very well. I'm a very ill man. I might die.
You will.
Be a rubbish way to go, wouldn't it?
Well, so I had a movement
Oh.
yesterday. Right, it was intense.
Is that the one you did upstairs?
No, this was at home.
Private.
And then I went to my son's parents' evening. Me talking to the teacher one-on-one, beautiful. Turns out he's a really polite lad. And I said, well,
Despite everything.
Yeah, I said, what you were talking about the boy that's got my son, yeah? What the hell is going on?
Is that the one that likes taking his clothes off?
Yeah. Why the hell is he not being like this at home? Anyway, as I stood up to leave, my trousers started to fall down, right?
They do.
And it turned out I'd not done my belt or any of my buttons up. My trousers were just... Luckily, my shirt was over. Sorry?
You're that dad.
Yeah, my shirt was hanging over, so nothing could be seen. And I'd left my house, got in the car, parked the car, gone and got a parking ticket, gone back, walked through a school with my belt and my flies undone, my button undone, all the buttons. It was a 501, so the buttons all undone. My trousers were just hanging on there by chance. Imagine that. That's out of order. That is out of order.
You're on a list now.
That is bang. I'm going to be writing a book like Paul Gambaccini in a minute. That is out of order, actually.
In a school.
It was terrible. And I thought, well, my trousers feeling so loose. If I'd have done my waggle, my trousers would have fallen down like they do at the start of the Monkeys. I was just thinking, this is... how lucky to escape, pretty much, with my dignity kind of almost intact. I left some of my dignity there.
It was a good report. It's a good job we didn't do a victory dance.
Well... I felt... Imagine if she'd have... I was thinking... I was doing the clothes match. Would she have seen? No, she couldn't have seen. No, I had my shirt open. There's no way she could have seen that had happened. Deals, show us how it's done, geezer. Go on.
Where are we up to? Snuffers, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to hear Snuffers tell a rubbish story about revenge?
No!
Neither did I, but I had to do so.
Oh, but I... What?
No, neither did I, but I had to, so you do too.
What does that even mean?
But I had to. You needed.
Yeah, but I had to, so you do too.
Emphasis on the I.
Okay.
Don't usually have a problem with that.
Want to hear Snuffers tell a rubbish story about revenge?
No.
Neither did I, but I had to, so you do too.
No, it's badly written, mate.
It's not very
Well,
good.
badly written's a bit strong.
Okay, it's appallingly written. It's not written for reading, shall we say. It's like Shakespeare or Chaucer. It's not written for reading.
Still
it's
good,
just,
though, those.
Well, they're not, actually.
They are.
No, they're not, actually.
They are.
Chaucer is rubbish.
Filthy. I thought you'd like it.
No, I like readers' wives. I don't like The Wife of Bath. I'm cleverer than I thought. Snuffers!
Morning.
Morning, Snuffers. What you got for us?
It's a bit of a revenge story, but you're Kelly too, whoever the man
That's Danny Warbucks. Good morning, Danny.
Hi, I'm Kelly too.
There we go, you see. And I'm Kelly too. No, I'm Kelly too. No, I'm Spartacus. Never even seen the film. Hey, here's a phone in. Hang on, Snuffers. Here's a phone in. Films you can quote that you've never even seen. I've never seen Spartacus, but we all know that I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
Taxi driver. You looking at me?
Yeah, never seen it, and I can quote it. And another one. You want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Few Good Men.
Yeah, never seen it.
No.
I have. Can't remember it.
Snuffers, will you please get to the point of what the hell you've called in for, you lunatic?
It was a revenge story, but your friend told me, Danny told me it wasn't actually a revenge story. But
Can I just? I've got to correct something before this gets out there on the internet. Danny Warbucks is not my friend. Okay.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
He's just a guy that works here.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Really?
We're not friends, mate. You're like I'm like I'm literally old enough to be your dad.
You had breakfast with us yesterday. That doesn't make friendship.
How old are you?
22.
Flipping heck! I am literally old enough to. Oh God! There we go. The 03459 455 555. The first time you ever uttered and actually meant it without any irony. The phrase "I'm old enough to be your mum stroke dad," because I am. So I'm not being friends with you because I'm not going on U-Tree. All right. Thank you. Snuffers.
Yeah, so it was a revenge story. Basically, it was Heart Radio. They did a phone-in once for a song. Basically, you could call up and ask for a song. So
Yeah, because that's what they do, because they're rubbish, yeah.
I called up asking for a song and was very rudely told that they'd already played that, and so they weren't going to play it. So I asked for 2 other songs, and they said no, and basically hung up on me. So then I called them every morning for about 8 weeks, asking for that song, and it just got a little bit silly, to be honest.
So hang on a minute. You, again, I've got team members that take phone calls. Were you rude to them to start with?
No, not at all. Not
Okay.
at all.
And so you bullied Heart FM.
Sorry?
You bullied Heart FM.
Not bullying, trolling, maybe.
Harassed.
But they said, call in with your favourite song. So I called in with, and it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I said Kenny Loggins' Footloose.
It's a great
They play that normally.
They usually play it all the time, and then they said, no, we've already played that. So I said, well, can I have China in Your Hands by Tapau? They said no. And I said, can I have Lionel Richie Dancing on the Ceiling?
Well, you know the Heart playlist.
Yeah, and they said no. So then I said, okay, can I have another one? And they just hung up on me.
Wowzers.
They hung up. How unprofessional.
Well, listen, I don't know if that... I'm going to put this to the audience. Audience, what do you think? Was Snuffers in the right or the wrong there? Let's... Wow, respectful round of applause, Snuffers.
It wasn't revenge, though,
Sounds
was it?
like... Well, no, that's revenge.
Was that applause?
Yeah.
It's either applause or it's the microphone outside and it's really heavy rain. I'm not sure.
It sounds like there's a plane taking off.
Oh, okay. But that's revenge.
No,
Danny. Why is that not...
It's persistence.
No, it's revenge. It's
being
like
a
I'm not going to let
persistent
this
caller.
lie. I'm going to keep. That's revenge, Snuffers.
Yeah, it was. Danny, get your act together.
No, there was no vengeance at any point there. You asked for a song, they didn't play it, and they still didn't play it, and then you just
So
stopped.
he kept phoning them up to wind them up and annoy them. That's revenge.
No.
Revenge doesn't have to be extreme. I can just mildly inconvenience someone.
Revenge is a dish best served down the telephone line, as the famous Klingon saying from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. I'll have you know. Snuffers, I'm having that. That's good. I mean, it's not a particularly strong one, but it's going to the top of the list now just to annoy those two. That's my revenge on those two idiots for not knowing what the word revenge means.
Good, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Spoiler alert, guys. If you've taped the Great British Baking Programme, then you may not know that Nadia won. So you might want to skip forward the next 6 minutes, 48 seconds where we reveal that Nadia won. Give them a chance to shuffle forward. Brilliant. Elizabeth didn't like that we spoiled that for her. You putting this in there?
Yeah, well, I'll put
You're
anything
putting
in there.
Elizabeth...
But then I can cut things later if I
You're
have
putting
to.
Elizabeth Rizzini, the weather lady, getting a cob on about the fact that we revealed who won the Great British Bake Off.
She does have a funny cob.
You can't say that these days.
What? Why?
A woman's cob is her own business.
An 18-year-old has been charged with the murder of PC Dave Phillips in Merseyside, and Luton-born Nadia Hussain has won BBC's Great British Bake Off, and we're so proud of her.
Beds, hearts and bucks weather.
BBC Three Counties Radio.
Oh, Ian, I was waiting to watch that tonight on Catch Up. Never mind.
Have we done... Oh, no. Have we spoiled it?
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Well, OK, here's the... OK.
The thing is, right, everyone's on catch-up these days, so you're going to spoil it for somebody.
This
No,
is the...
spoiled
This
it
is
for me.
Well, it's on...
And me, to
It's
be
on the
honest.
front... Well, I've not spoiled it for you. It's rubbish.
No, it's good.
Genuine apologies. I just read what's written in front of me, Elizabeth. I am a paid monkey.
All right. Well done, Nadia, anyway.
Well, how do we get... Well, OK, we can't... It's like...
I can't unknow it now.
It's like the end of season 5 of Lost, and my friend sent me a text saying, I can't believe Locke is in the box, and I hadn't seen it, and I tried to forget that information. I could never forget that Locke was in the box. Anyway, OK, what do we do for other boys and girls listening? Do we just not mention it? It's not mentioned. I'm not mentioning it.
What's the deadline? I mean, do we leave it till next week? I mean,
yeah. How long?
I'm not going to see it till the weekend.
You know that Rosebud is a sledge, don't you? I mean, how long do we leave it? That
Maybe you should give a warning. Say, I'm about to say who won the British Bake Off.
Okay, I'm about to
and
say
then,
that
and
Bruce,
then say, like they do with the sports.
I'm about to say that Bruce Willis is a ghost. Well, there you go. Okay. Well, I'm not going to mention it anymore because it's boring. Should we do the weather?
Yes, let's do the weather.
Sweet
The
as a
weather's
nut.
never boring. Well, very different to how it was yesterday. Southerly breeze, though, developing over the weekend. There we go. Very simple today.
Trying to work out a Fleetwood Mac song. Sorry, Elizabeth, we missed all of that.
I'm a na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Do you know it?
No.
Oh.
Try it again, Kath.
Maybe I'm a ma-ma-ma-na-na-na, ma-meow. I know you so something. I know you.
Do you know it?
No.
Thanks
but
very
it
much
sounds
for your help.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. An 18-year-old has been charged with the murder of PC Dave Phillips in Merseyside, and Luton-born Nadia Hussain may or may not have won the Great British Bake Off. No spoiler alerts here.
Beds, hearts and bucks weather.
BBC Three Counties Radio.
Well, thank you very much, Ian. That's very kind of you. It's going to be a lovely, beautiful...
Oh, wow. And let me just wipe the sarcasm off my arms. It's just dripped all over me. Wow.
It's really nice not to reveal the nice of you not to reveal the winner of the Bake Off. So it's a lovely, beautiful, crisp autumn's day. Very different to how it was yesterday.
It's great to have Justin Dealey back from the brink of death, and I've got to say, player, you stuck the two fingers up at the devil and you walked away. I can't think of anybody. That's done that. Let me just think. Anybody that's
Ronnie Wood.
Ronnie Wood. Okay,
Yeah,
Ronnie
Ronnie
Wood.
Wood, yeah.
Ronnie
I
Wood.
know.
Several times.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. Well, that's fictional. I don't hate to ruin the illusion
What?
for you. That's not. It's not a documentary.
James Bond.
Oh, for crying out loud! I'm talking about real people.
Always comes
All right,
close.
here we go.
Oh, I know. Osborne. Ozzy.
Osborne, yeah.
I've got
I'll give
one.
you that one.
Barry Sheen.
Okay.
Barry Sheen.
John Hartson, the football player.
Well, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Who was the fella that had a heart attack and died 20 minutes into a match and then came back to life?
that was Mwamba.
Mwamba? Do you remember
Was it Mwamba?
Yes.
Yeah, Fabrice Mwamba. Yeah.
Fabrice.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him? Because that was an amazing story. He died.
He kind of comes out every now and again and tells the story and gets some money for it.
Okay, good for him. Well,
Yes.
that's what I'm guessing he can't play football now.
No, sadly he can't, no.
Okay, well, you are a hero like Barry Sheen and Mwamba. Okay, you came back from death.
And a small one from Top Gear.
Sir?
Oh, yeah,
Hammond.
famously Hammond.
Yeah, that's him.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What you should have done, just a quick tip, you should have written that on a bit of paper and given it to me so I could have said it, because that was a good one.
Next time,
Thank
I'll
you, buddy.
write them all on
Thank
for
you, buddy. In fact, can you just write... In fact, I'm going to cut that bit out.
Yep.
Richard Hammond.
Richard Hammond.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
such a good
yes.
one.
Thank you,
Well
guys.
done,
I just
boss.
thought of it spontaneously. Anyway, it's good to have you back, Geezer,
Thank
because not only can the kids look forward to you presenting Saturday Breakfast, 6 till 9, but also you come up with gold like this. Who have you met near water? So I went for a little swim, and it's a leisure pool. So every 30 minutes, here come the waves.
You're joking.
And it's normally full of kids, but the time of day I went, it was empty. But they've got the big spinny slide, right? And it's a leisure pool I used to go to. I remember when it opened. I was like 12, 13 when it opened, and I hadn't been down that slide since I was 15, 27 years ago, right?
Hang on, so you're in an empty pool and there's a slide there?
Yeah, but the slide is normally closed. There's a few people there. The slide is normally closed, right? It's always closed. In fact, every time I take the boys there, it's always closed. It wasn't closed yesterday.
Oh.
And I was feeling a bit miserable, and I thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to have some of that. And I'm there on my own, and I said to the lad, and I mean, everyone works there, literally wasn't born the last time I went there, you know. So is the slide open? He went, yeah. I went, can I have a go on it? He went, yeah, of course you. So I climbed up.
Did they get their phones out?
I climbed up. It was higher than I remembered. It was really high. Halfway up, I'm thinking, oh, I made a terrible mistake here. But you cannot be seen to be walking down the slide.
You've got to commit.
Down the slide. Once you're up there, and I was thinking, oh, flipping it. Actually, I'm not sure I want to do this. And I got to the top, and there's a guy at the top who went, go on then, mate.
Oh, there was one already there bottling it, was there?
There was a fella up there, a lifeguard.
Gosh, he must have thought he was going to have a slow day.
And I nearly said to him, I've not been down this slide for 27 years. I remember when this opened. I remember the little hut round the back. My friend hired it for a party, and we all smuggled Malibu and Coke in there. I mean, I didn't know.
No.
I just got on the slide, and I went down. And it was quite slow to start with. It was quite slow. And I was thinking, oh, this is a little bit boring. This is just a little bit boring. And then suddenly, it kind of went... And I was going weldy fast. I couldn't believe it. And then you're in like a tube, but then there's a bit where there's no roof on the tube. So there's every possibility. If you flip over the sides, you're out. I was, let's just say they probably had to get a fishing rod or a little net to clean the pool afterwards.
Wow.
It's like that bloke in the cemetery. It was...
How was the shorts situation? Because that's a tricky one.
The shorts were fine, but boy, oh boy, I got a nose full of kids' urine, because that's what swimming pools are made of.
I went to a water park once. Big mistake wearing a bikini. You've got to hold on to everything.
Oh dear, there is a great scene in the the Inbetweeners second movie. I think it's the second one where they're going down a water slide, but he's incontinent.
Oh no!
It's chasing them down. I mean, it really is. It really is. It's so childish. My friends wrote that, Ian and Damon. It's so childish, but it's just a joy. Fan of the water slides, just you're a bit too cool for school.
No, boss, I've got a great story here. Do you know what? I have got a great story for you.
Oh, go on then, fella. Go on.
It's a little bit niche, okay? But
I'm at my wit's end.
Celebrities that you've met standing next to water slides.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're in.
Okay.
7:39. Let it be known the show actually started.
Water slide celebrities.
Here we go.
In the early 1990s, I went to Florida.
This is already my favourite story.
I went to a water park with my family. Yep. I got to the very top and I bottled it. It was about 100 foot up, this slide was.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was terrifying. But when I got to the very top, I kid you not, hand on heart, I met Chris Kamara. Chris Kamara, the football player, was at the very top, and he actually went for it. He did it. We had a nice little chat at the time. He was playing for Luton Town as well. I was asking him, Chris, are you going to be staying? He said, I don't know.
He's interviewing him.
Seriously, this happened for real. It was a magical moment. Celebrities you've met while standing near or next to a water slide.
Well, the phones have literally taken one phone call since you announced that. So maybe, we can do that. Actually, can I broaden it ever so slightly, Justin?
Yeah, of course you can.
Celebrities you've met near water. Let's do that.
Yes.
That could work. Get this, Rosie. I don't know if you've been listening to the show, but I'm an award-winning broadcaster with over 16 years' experience.
Must be tired. She's drying her hair.
She's got to get those bunches ready.
I was toying with the idea of wearing those, but maybe not.
How are you dry?
Not really.
How's the volume there?
Would you like us to? Do you remember those volumizers you'd get that go on the end of a? Would you like us to do the travel and then we can come back to you when you're dry?
No, really, I don't, because I've got to take my daughter to school.
Oh, forget that, Lou. How old is she?
17.
Cut the cord! Cut the cord!
Is it Ribena Rosie? Come on, your granddad invented Ribena. You've got bunches. She's 17. Let her go out and discover something herself. What a slacker. Unbelievable attitude. She is Broken Britain.
Oh, no.
Rosie, what have you got for us, my dear?
Now.
Yeah.
Oh, we met Daniel Radcliffe near water.
Is that the same as Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah.
Don't pwn the listeners. It's up to the guests to pwn us. We know that now. You met Daniel Radcliffe near water.
Yeah.
What was the water and what was the conversation?
Okay, the water was in Central Park next to there's kind of rock formations.
Oh,
all
yeah,
over
I've been
Central
there.
Park, yeah. And there's these little water parks next to it where your kids can play. My kids, it was in 2008, so they were quite young. And they were having a lot of fun there, and we were on the rocks having a sunbathe. I was reading a book. My husband heard this little voice say, "Can you tell me the best way to get down from these rocks?" And I just heard that and ignored it. And then after he told the person, he said, that was Harry Potter. Oh. So I sat up, and it was, oh my God, it is him. So he said, well, don't tell the girls because they'll go nuts. So, of course, I told the girls.
What a grumpy boots. Don't tell the girls that Harry Potter's over there. What a miserable so-and-so.
And they chased him all the way around the park.
Oh. I can understand why he was reluctant to pass that information.
Poor bloke had to leave the
You should have told him it was Rockio Descendo.
Anyone get that reference, guys? I don't get the reference.
I do.
Yeah. Little joke. Little mum joke.
Little bum joke.
Mum!
Oh, okay, right. Rosie, thank you very much indeed.
Rod Stewart on the Queen Mary going from Southampton to New York.
Oh, flipping it. We've just been dissing Rod Stewart all morning.
I know.
That's outrageous. What was he? Was he on holiday? What was he doing?
He was cruising from...
I bet he was.
Because Penny was pregnant, so she could fly.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And what did you speak to him?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Said hello, that was it.
And did he reply in hello, or did he get out of here, man?
No, he nodded.
He's got
Just nodded.
He's one of those celebrities, right? If you met like Gordon Kay or the Fonz
Gordon Kay.
from Hello Hello?
Yeah, I know, but where the heck did that come from?
Well, if you meet... I tell you, I know exactly where
It's
it
like
came
Keith
from.
Barron.
Well, if you met Keith Barron, Gordon Kay, or
On
the
holiday,
Fonz,
you run.
They've got... Well, Keith Barron, he's the hapless holidaymaker Keith Barron. They have got an aura about them, Ruth, that basically says, yeah, you can come and talk to me if you want. But Rod Stewart has got... Rod Stewart...
Standoffish.
And that the stroppy cook with the
Ramsay.
with the pockmarked face. Ramsay and Stewart, they just say that their body language and their demeanour says, don't come and talk to us.
Oh, no, he wasn't like that. He was just having some nice holiday time with his wife. So
Nice bit of holiday. All right, Ruth, thank you very much indeed. Well, this is... Spent 99 pence on this song. What a waste! What a waste of cash that was.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Suzanne. I'm sorry that we've bullied you to come on the air, but your text was so powerful. I couldn't do that story justice. We're asking, have you ever met a celebrity in or near the water? Yours is brilliant. What happened, Suzanne?
We were on holiday visiting friends on Ibiza, and we went to San Vicente Beach.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we're sitting there sunning ourselves, and when I turn around, there's Hugh Bonneville having a shower on the beach.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Bonneville having a beachy shower. Do girls find him dishy?
Not girls.
He was really nice.
Women.
Women. Did you speak to him?
No, I just turned around and looked at him, and his face sort of dropped as if to say, "Uh-oh."
Don't say it. Don't mention it. Don't mention Downton. Don't mention it.
And I just sort of like waved, that stupid wave that you do. And he just smiled, turned the shower off, and sauntered off down the beach.
I'll tell you what, Danny. I'm going to say what my boss said to me when I worked at FM 103 Horizon when I was Ian McCartney, Ian in Black Thunder.
Nice name.
And in October, I was there for 6 months, and in October, I've been there a couple of months. He said, Ian, I'm going to give you your big break. I'm going to give you your own show. Wow. Me? Me, sir? Yes, you, sir. Wow. When is it? Christmas Day, 9 till 1. Now, admittedly, it turns out it was the slot that nobody else wanted. Well, I'm going to give you your big break now.
Okay.
Because you're going to introduce the stuff that may or may not happen in Friday's show. And then you're going to close the podcast all on your own. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Warbooks.
Here's Friday.
I tell you what, let's give you a bit of echo. That'll help.
It's time for Friday. Listen to some of this great stuff we had on Friday right now. Unless we haven't got any. And now it'll just end.
Did you find out about the egg?
Oh, no! Who was it who called in about it?
I did. You got a picture of the scenario yesterday morning.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at my table, and you get the guy turning about holding an egg.
Let me just explain for those. Yeah. For those who missed it, we had a very, I'm going to say, dour gentleman phone in, and he wanted to know why. And it took me ages to work out what he was talking about. Okay, so you've got an egg in your left hand, an egg in your right hand. You hold the left hand up, you hold the right hand underneath it, and then you put an egg in the middle. So they're kind of going as it's an eggy column.
Right. This was Will from Sundon Park.
Will, and he wanted to know why the middle egg would then spin around.
Well, I sat there trying to do combinations of trying to balance these eggs. Anyway, I got one in one hand, and I thought, well, I can't do it. So I thought, you're going to break these. So what I did, I thought, I'll do it. I'll try it another day. So as I put the eggs on the table, I thought, right, I went to the time it took for me to lean back onto the kitchen surface and get the egg box to put them back in. One of the things had rolled on the flipping floor.
This is right.
And this is 8 o'clock, the news has come on, and I've got to get out the door at 10 past 8, and here I was trying to
clean up egg.
all this egg, and I text you at the same time. I did text you yesterday about
it. I thought that was a joke when you texted in saying I've smashed an egg on the floor. I thought you were joking.
No, if it had been caught to 80, and I would have actually phoned in. It's not a good idea.
Here we go.
The time it took, 10 seconds. The egg had rolled off the table onto the floor.
Here we go. This is what I'm establishing from all of these talks of eggs. Eggs are haunted. That could be the only explanation for it. Eggs are haunted. That's got to be it.
Did anybody work it out?
Hang on a second, Tony.
Oh, hello, Ian.
Did you do the egg thing?
I did, and I was amazed that it happened.
So what did describe it? Because I still don't really understand what's supposed to happen. The middle egg is supposed to spin around.
Yeah.
But how is that possible?
Well, don't know, didn't know for sure at the time, but it certainly happened. And as I say, I was amazed, because this looked staggering. So, in the true light of scientific pursuit of the truth, I did an experiment to try and
no, Tony, you did an experiment. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Oh, come on. What were the results? Were they excellent? Oh, guys.
Extraordinary.
Oh, Catherine, you had to go and ruin it.
Oh.
What? So what happened?
Well, what happened was I decided to get rid of the curved surfaces on the tops of the eggs from the experiment, which...
How did you get rid of... Did you sand down eggs?
No, I used a couple of mugs.
Well, me and Catherine, by the sound of it, the way this conversation's going, yes.
No, I mean the sort of mug that you actually drink out of, rather than any other sort of mug that may spring to mind. And it still happens. But it only happens if you move one of the mugs so that the axis going exactly through the egg from the top and the bottom becomes slightly misplaced from the absolute vertical, and then the movable bit inside the egg, which gives it that peculiarity which you spoke of yesterday, adopts then a position such that if it's slightly off axis, then of course the yolk will move.
Tony, can I ask you a personal question?
Oh yes, certainly. Yeah,
Do you like cocks?
Which sort of cock?
Brian Cox, because you're explaining it in the style of Brian Cox, the cosmetologist.
Yeah. Oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
But you're explaining it in that style. You got that passion for eggs that he's got, for space.
Well, I have a passion for the pursuit of the truth. The pursuit of the truth will result in the human race.
Tony's gone nuts.
Yeah.
Tony's gone nuts. I've never heard him like this.
Is this music underneath?
Let's get
some.
We need some.
Calm him quick.
We need some calmer music. Hang on a second. Okay, let's have some calmer music. Here we go. This will start.
Yeah, something from Calm. That was it.
Okay, we'll have this. This is a bit calmer, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Calm down. Mark, are you following any of this?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Have you got any more eggs left, Mark, or have you dropped them all?
No, I haven't. I had the omelette last night with the remaining eggs before I threw them on the floor.
So you put yours in. I don't even know why I'm having this conversation because I've got no idea. Radio is, the theatre of the mind, and I'm supposed to be able to describe in words what's going on. I don't even understand what's going on.
It sounds like the Naked Scientist type thing. We used to do that on Radio Cambridgeshire. Brilliant.
What? Be naked?
No. You know the Naked Scientist?
No, I don't know. I don't. Anybody that calls themselves naked and isn't naked, I'm not interested in. Fraud. The naked chef, the naked scientist, the barefoot doctor, although he was barefoot actually, and he was a bit of a plum. Okay.
I'm a near naked scientist.
All right, I'm going to cut you both off now, gentlemen.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Aren't they funny though?
What, Mark and Tony?
Yeah.
They should take that to Edinburgh. Don't take it here. I don't understand. I still don't understand what the eggs are supposed to do.
Spin.
But Tony had his in mugs. So that means it's supernatural force. That means egg is either haunted or has its own gravitational force.
Egg is haunted.
Egg is haunted. Okay, let's assume that we did have some great stuff on Friday because it's
never assume.
Noel, it's me hosting the show, so the odds are pretty high.
Okay.
There's going to be some gold. If you could wrap up the podcast in your own inimitable style. I want to hear Danny Warbucks doing this, okay? I don't want to hear... I don't want to hear you kind of stealing from... I don't want to hear you being Nick Coffer or Roberto, all these people that you admire and you kind of cherry-pick ideas from. I want to hear Danny Warbucks. Here we go. Don't cry. Stop crying! I'll hit you!
Just a reminder, we don't hear Edward Adu, he's fine, but he's doing that.
Yep.
He's doing that, you do you.
I do me.
I tell you what I wouldn't mind hearing.
Across beds, hearts and bugs.
This is Gagan Garawal
on BBC Three Counties Radio.
But
I had the pleasure of introducing that man's show a few weeks ago. And do you know what? As a human being, it felt special.
I bet it did. I wouldn't mind hearing Gargan, but I'd prefer to hear Danny Warbucks.
I'll go for me.
Gagan.
Gagan.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, there you go.
That's the end. Bye.
All right,
Really? Come on,
he'll
mate.
have to do it. He'll have to do it. Come on.
Thanks for listening to this free download from BBC Three Counties Radio, your local radio station for beds, hearts and bucks, on FM, AM, digital radio, and online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.